Hi guys, this is Greg with Walnut Ridge Family RV Sales. Today we're going to talk about year-end maintenance and all the things you should be doing before you put your RV up for the winter. So number one thing would be to winterize the RV with RV antifreeze specifically. Make sure that you get all the water out of your tanks, your black tank, gray tanks. Drain your water heater if you have a standard tank water heater, and do a full winterize because that's going to protect all the water lines and faucets and everything like that inside the unit from freezing and busting. Even if you keep it inside of a barn, a lot of people have done that, and unless it's heated constantly, it's not safe to do that because more than likely there's going to be times that it's going to get cold enough in there to at least freeze and bust some of the outer fixtures that still may have water in them. So definitely winterize, use antifreeze. The blowout method isn't always 100% reliable as running antifreeze all the way through the system. So I don't recommend the blowing them out. So next thing you would probably want to do is do a roof cleaning condition. That's typically done with something like this. It's a RV roof cleaner conditioner. It's a one-step. You can dilute it 50-50 depending on how dirty it is, or you can use it straight. If it's really dirty, you get you a soft car brush that you'd wash your side of your unit with, get up on the roof, slide roofs, wash them all off, spray that off. That's not only going to clean the roof, it's going to help condition the rubber that's been sitting in the sun. It's going to help protect it over the winter and into the following year. So that's one of the most important things to do. While you're up there, after you've got that all done, you definitely want to check all the sealants around the vents and solar, screw rails, everything that's up on the roof, and have that resealed. Spot seal it, look for any gaps or anywhere bubbles could get in or anywhere water could get in, because usually it's unattended for the next few months, and you don't want to leave a gap in November and snow sit in there and drain water, get inside and ruin your wall panels, ceiling panels. So most RV roofs are going to use one of two products, Alpha brand or Dicor. That's for the roof itself. You're also going to want to check the sidewalls around the screw rails, around your water heater, around lights. Windows are typically done with a seal behind the windows so they don't get siliconed a lot. But you'll want to use something like a DAP, 100% clear silicone, or whatever color specifically your unit is. After you do sealants, cleaning the roof and all that, you'll want to move on to your slides. And it depends on the style of slide you have, whether you use a dry lube or not. But on the rails underneath the unit, if it's a standalone like this, it has a through frame slide system, which we've talked about many times in other maintenance videos. If you don't see a cable here or a rail, then you'll want to spray a dry lube on that rail. You want to do that multiple times a year, but before you put it up for the winter, it's definitely time to do it. Next, you also want to get something that's a rubber seal conditioner. All slide outs have these rubber flap seals going all the way around. And again, something you should be doing 2 to 3 times a year, but before you put it up for the winter, go ahead and get you a can, spray it on the rubber seals, let it sit, and that's going to help prolong the life of those seals. And one of the last most important things that a lot of people forget, some type of rodent repellent, depending on where you live and where the camper stays. So a lot of people keep them in the backyard. They live like close to cornfields, anywhere around here, especially in Indiana, Kentucky. You'll want some kind of rodent repellent, whether it's mice, squirrels. They love to build nests in these. They'll get in the smallest little places that you wouldn't possibly think they will get in, and they will cause a lot of damage. Typically, most times if they get in the roof, we're going to have to tear the roof off to be able to get in there, replace the ductwork. They typically chew up a lot of ductwork, chew up a lot of wiring up in there. So I like to use these right here, or something we have in our store. There's 4 packets in there that have a strong scent to them for mice. You spread those around underneath the unit, outside the unit, inside. And from some of our campers at our own campground at our other location have really raved about these doing really well. You also want to switch it up every year. A lot of these animals will get used to whatever you put out. So some people put out dryer sheets or mothballs, beepers, things like that. They get used to it after so long, and it will not be a deterrent. So try to change it up once a year, doing something a little bit different. Let's see. You'll want to clean out certain areas. If you have a refrigerator vent that comes off, pull that off, blow it out, get that junk out of there. Your furnace exhaust vents, blow those out, get some of that dirt and dust out. And that's a few of the major things that you want to do every year. And then when you get it back out, you can do a few more of them, checking the sealants again, clean and condition again, and things like that. So, of course, we offer maintenance packages. We can go through and do most of those things. If you want to bring it in for a winterize, we can also do the maintenance on the roof and other areas and get you taken care of so you're ready for winter, get you back through that and get to spring, get to camping again. So we'll see you next week, and have a good weekend.